Hey everybody, it's Tuesday. It's from the barracks, and I'm
Woohoo!
Joker with Players Wanted. With me, it's Justin. He'll give you some shiny new bracelets if you really piss him off. Beowulf West, and down below, it's not a party till he comes out. Wiener from New Breed Airsoft.
That's
Why?
right, the big ween.
I wouldn't say big.
Well, that's right. I am shrinking. So's Joker, by the way. Joker is shrinking too.
I am shrinking. I
Your
One of
neck
almost
his,
does
one
look
of his
skinnier,
chins.
Joker.
Yeah, one of his chins ran away.
Not even trying to be funny. Your neck does look skinnier.
It does look.
Oh,
Yeah,
it does. I mean, I look a lot skinnier. I was just looking at a picture of myself from like last year. Hey,
yes,
look,
you were
Chris.
pregnant.
No, I was inside of
I
my
don't even
mom
know who
makes
that is, but
calendars as Helton, so it's got to be.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's
yeah.
gonna be Colt. Colt. He came in under a different way though. He did not on his normal page.
So my mom makes calendars every year from pictures that were taken throughout the year, and she gives them out as Christmas gifts or whatever. And I saw a picture of me and all dressed up for the cruise, with the suit on and all that stuff, and I was like,
Yes, his buttons
yeah,
look like they
my
were
face
gonna
slimmed
pop.
down a lot. My face, asshole, my face.
Oh, your face.
Um,
Both of you
This is
lost
actually
plenty
an
of weight.
interesting background. See if I can do it this way. Nope, I don't want to do it that way.
Hey, we got some praise about our show with the radios. We got some praise already for it, which is cool.
Yeah, on my
Uh,
time, on my day, on my time. Yeah.
Holy summit.
No, I just figured I mentioned it. Yeah, why not?
Pirate
So,
broadcast. Ha
Thanks,
so
Eric.
just to give you guys a heads up, I got back last night. Boy, was I tired! I just flew in, and it was
His arms are tired. He was flying in.
now. So I almost fit in a spirit seat. Almost, I came this close to fit inside of a spirit seat.
There's 3 whole ass nerds in this chat.
I was going there. I was going with the joke. So,
Beat you to it.
yeah. So, and that brought up the topic for tonight, which was like airsoft travels, right? Adventures in airsofting, whatever you want to call it. But it's when we go traveling across the
The
land
country.
and do stuff. And I'm going to go over with what I did this weekend. So, I had to move the battle bus from Warwick to another location that I'm not telling you all about because it gives away where the AO is. So I was like, all right, cool. Let me get into the bus. So we flew in on an early ass flight to New York. We get to New York. We get probably one of the worst Uber drivers I've ever had. And it's not like they're weaving in and out of traffic or anything else. No, it was stop and go, like just for no reason, slowing down, speeding up, slowing down, speeding up.
You mean he drives like me?
No, at least when you get to your top speed, you stay at your top speed, right?
Yep.
This woman kept going back and forth, hitting her brakes, slowing down, and I don't get motion sickness.
Well, she was scared because she had the Jolly Green Giant sitting in the back seat.
I wasn't green. I was wearing a blue shirt, asshole.
Okay, the Jolly Blue Giant. sitting in the back.
Um, so I look over to Ange and I go, German. I was like, "You got your Dramamine still?" Question mark. And she looks over from the thing and she goes, "Are you feeling sick?" I was like, "Yes." She goes, "No Dramamine for you." Ha ha ha.
Who's that? Who's that? Ange said
And
that.
Anne said that.
That's your daughter.
Yeah, I was like, "All right, fine, fair enough."
I'm going to puke on you first.
So in the time that we were going, I was actually on the phone with like a selfstorage.com because evidently I guess they do all these rentals and stuff, which is cool. But I'm reaching out to them and I'm like, yeah, I just need a place to park my bus. It's about the size of an RV, 35 foot long. And the guy's like, okay, cool, no problem. Um, and he gets me up to a place in a city, and this city or town, there's multiple of these towns across the country, which is unbeknownst to me because I think it's a kind of a unique name. There should only be one. It is not the One Ring. There is others. So I set it up. The guy gives me the address, put the address in. It finishes off me for in city, state, and I was like, okay, cool. I was like, oh, it's only going to be 2 additional hours from where we're going to go to tonight. I was like, let's go. So we get in the bus, start driving. Ange does not like that either. She was not happy driving in the bus. We're 2.5 hours down the road, and bumfuck nowhere, and boom, and then
Only Mark.
a puff of dust comes up in the back of the truck, back of the bus. Is like fuck. I knew what that was. I pulled over immediately, got out. Sure enough, driver's side rear, one of the tires exploded, blew the tread off, the whole 9 yards. So,
That's
is what it
rough.
is. I pull over, but it was only one tire, luckily. So I see that there's an exit a mile up the road. So I pull back onto the highway. I did 35 miles an hour, got off the highway because we were in the mountains, so people weren't going that fast to begin with. Call the first place guy. He goes, "Sorry, boss, I don't have that size tire, but there's another place right down the road." I call them up. I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, we got a tire. We got two." He goes, "I think we got two or three." I was like, "Cool. Here's
Just
where I'm."
what happens. We have a tire guy in the chat.
Yeah. So he goes, he goes, he goes, "Well, you're only a half mile away. I could speed up the process if you get here." And I was like, "Don't mind if I do." So I drove the half mile, got there, and then they replaced 4 of the rear tires. 4 of them because
That's gotta suck.
he goes, "Look, bud." He goes, I'm going to be honest with you. They're not
The
gonna
rest are gonna
last.
go.
They're not going to last 100 miles. I was like, "Son of a bitch." So we get 4
How much
tires.
did it cost?
We're not even going to go there.
Let's just say he had to take another mortgage on his house. Past the second and third
Damn
year he
near.
has.
Oh, Get a-
So
All
we
right, just
get
how-
to
I can imagine how much a single bus tire is.
brand new. They're around $400 to $500 depending on the size of the tire. So all the ones I got were used, but they're in really good condition. So it's not uncommon. So I got 4 new used tires.
You got
put
the
it that
ones
way.
the school buses don't use anymore.
They're new to me.
Yeah, they're new to me.
That's what I
And
do
then we
with a
got
flat
back
foot
on the
tire.
road. We realized we're not going to make it to a certain city in time. So I was like, screw it, we'll just spend the night here. So we stopped off. I was like, well, we weren't going to make it to the place to store. I was like, screw it. And instead of getting my rental tonight, I'll get it tomorrow. Because the city that we're renting the car from is like an hour and a half away. So we go in, pull in, and spend the night. Then the next morning we go, and I was like, all right, let's go drop this off and let's go get our rental car.
Oh, we lost Justin.
Welcome
Don't know what
back.
happened. I'm back.
Oh,
Don't know what happened. He just good. So, so we go, and as I'm a
I don't
quarter
like
mile
being on the
away,
bottom.
it's taking me further and further to this residential area, and I was like, "There's no space here." I checked the confirmation that came in my area. Yeah, it was that city, Iowa.
Mm.
I was like, "I'm not going to fucking Iowa."
Oh no!
So had to find another space. That place where I rented from, the guy was a crackpot. I swear to God, I've never dealt. He was ancient, old as dirt. Right, he's older than Wiener, and he didn't take cash. He only takes cash. I was like, I can't pay you.
I don't know how none of that fancy credit works, son.
I know, like it's like you don't have anything. I mean, you don't have PayPal, Zelle.
Sitting there holding this one. Can I tap my phone? Why'd you want to tap your phone?
So he goes, I only deal with cash. He goes, but I'm going out of town this weekend. Okay, it's Friday. You're
You
going
got
out of town
cash
for
or
the
not?
weekend. He's leaving to go out of town. So, needless to say, he takes off. We have to go get cash and come back. And I said, hey, we got to go to this city to pick up the rental car. It's about an hour and a half away. We'll be back to pay it. Right? He goes, and he says again, don't worry, I'm going out of town anyway. Cool story, bro. We're good. So he drives off, and then in this little small ass town, if you live there and you're an Uber driver, you would make bank because fucking nobody drives for Uber in this town.
Maybe
Not
that
a
could be
single
another
person.
business venture for you.
Fuck that shit. I ain't driving these people around. I've
I'll
been
be
there,
right back.
done that.
I gotta go get some apple juice.
Apple juice, huh?
That's what Colt called it.
so,
It works. It works.
so we go. Angela and I walked 3.5 miles to get to the local mall, which, by the way, will probably turn into an airsoft AO in the next few months, like next 2 years, I think. That'll be a great
empty,
mall
empty
to
mall,
do it in.
huh?
Oh, it's shittiest hot dog I've ever had. I mean, it was from start to finish. All of it was just garbage, right? 3 hours sitting in the mall before we finally got an Uber. Now I've done this multiple times, and then I check my bank account, and all of a sudden, there's a whole bunch of prior authorizations for Uber. I was like, the fuck? Now, luckily, I was told that they would drop off within 24 hours, so it shouldn't be a problem. I was like, it's a good thing I got credit cards for my hotels tonight because my bank account, no. We get to the city and we realize we're not driving all the way back. Ange wants to go home. She's flying out of that city. So I was like, fine, fuck it. You can just stay here. She goes, I go back to the place because I had an appointment to go do the site survey. I go see site survey. I get worn out by walking all over the place. I was there for like 7 hours. So the guy said he wasn't going to be in town. So the very next on Sunday, I come in. I had $40 on me because I'm sure like everybody else that saw that Powerball was $1 billion. They spent cash that they had in their pocket. I totally forgot I needed 70. When I got there was a note on the bus saying, "Pay me." Rather rudely. So I was like, all right, well, here's $40. I wrapped it up and put it in. Now, when I filled out the paperwork, I gave him my name, my address, my email address, and my telephone number all on that paperwork, right? I also called him to tell him, hey, here's where I'm going. So he had my number. And he leaves this note on there. And I was like, all right, well, here's $40. I call him and he say, hey man, I will be back. I got to go do something with the bus. I'm going to leave my rental car here. When I come back, I'll pay the other $30. $30, Wiener. This entire thing was only $70. And it's like, and the guy's freaking out. So he already got his first month. I was paying for the second month. And, you know, I come back after doing all that. Like I left him 3 messages. Say, hey, I left you $40. I'll be back in just a little bit. I got to go do this. I'll be back in about 5 hours with all the running around I got to do. I'll be back in 5 hours. None of the banks in this small town, by the way, would take my Bank of America debit card to give me cash. It always rejected. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Good apple juice.
So I go out.
That's good to hear.
I come back after doing all this stuff with the bus. I pull up and there's a note on the car now. So much for this asshole going out of town. It says, wait, hold on. Where is it? I'm going to get this fucking note. Excuse me.
Must be the handwriting. The guy's wife was more of I think was a lot of big instigator in what happened with Mark.
Oh no, where'd it go? It was here. I swear to God, it was here. I wanted to keep it for prosperity. Son of a bitch. Well, that's not good. Crap. Maybe it's on my desk after all. Anyways, it's like he threatened to call the cops. He goes, get your bus out of here. I don't want your bus here. I'll give you a full refund. I was like, bro, you already have $40. It's not like, look, I could understand if it was like $100 a month or whatever, $200 a month, and you only got $40. Cool. But I paid for the first fucking month. Give me a day to get you the other, right? So I call him up again and go, yo, he left me to bind. And he's like, and he didn't answer his phone. So I find another place, take the bus over there, pay that guy the money that he wants, and he takes me back to the car. When I get into the car, about to pull off, here comes this old as dirt motherfucker driving up the road, right? And he goes, oh, well, can I help you? I was like, yeah, man. I was like, you put me in a hell of a bind. He goes, I was like, you know, you said I can't have the bus here. I have the cash, and I had an envelope saying, hey, here's for an extra month. So I did it for 3 months. And he goes, well, you didn't fucking pay me. I was like, yeah, I did. I gave you 40, man. I said I'll be back. I was like, I don't have my shit, right? I couldn't do it. He goes, oh, I'm sorry. Here's my shit. He's like going bipolar on me right there. I was like, look, just give me my money back, man. I'm good. I found another place to go. This is ridiculous. And he goes, well, you didn't say anything. I was like, he goes, how was I supposed to call you? I was like, it's on the paper. He goes, oh, it's on the paperwork. I was like, bro, I called and left you 3 messages already, and I left you a 4th one about 5 minutes ago. He goes, well, I don't check that phone. You haven't time about that phone would be exploding. I was like, how is this my fault?
Oh my God.
So he's like, what's up, Nick? And he goes, well, don't bring your bus back then. I was like, I'm not. My bus is already gone. Do you see the bus? Because you could see it from where he was pulled in. I was like, it's not here. I'm driving away. Can I just have my money back? And he's like, yeah, I'll go get you your money. And he's with his wife, and his wife and him just start bickering as they drove away. And then you can hear him going down this like little mountain road or whatever. I'm like, are you fucking kidding? Did this really just happen? Because then he comes back and tries to convince me to stay. I was like, my bus is at the place it's going to be. No, thank you. I'll keep it there.
Well, that probably could have been entertaining just to watch him and her just.
No, dude, because like this other guy, I go, hey man, can I pay you electronically? He goes, yeah. I was like, yeah. He goes, which way? He goes, I got PayPal, Zelle, Cash App. I was like, I'll PayPal you right now. Here you go. And he goes, there's a story there. I was like, you think? And the guy was like, super cool. And then he goes like this, and as I told him where I came, I was like, he goes, where at? I was like, I was over at blank RV. And he goes, oh, like that. I was like, you get a lot of business from him, don't you? I was like, neither confirm nor deny, but I'm only 3 miles away from his place. I was like, yep. So anyway, the bus is now parked and is staged for where I need it to be. And oh my God. And then I go to my hotel for the night and I'm right. I park. What's up? What are you doing?
I just
What's
had
this?
to worry about it. It's just the map of the command for Iron Knife.
The
I
map
can't
of the
see it.
command.
It's in the private chat. Yeah, that's
No, it isn't. I clicked
that's
on it.
actually the Imperial Brigade command group.
Yeah, well, I can't see it because I'm not in that group.
Oh, well, that sucks.
So anyways.
Oh, I see what you did. You dick.
So
sorry, you're not important enough.
So that was like, I get back to the hotel and I was like, all right, I'm going to be flying a lot with Spirit because of a destination place I'm going to be going to. I might as well just fix my loyalty thing. And this is to everybody, right? If you guys travel a lot by air, you need to what you need to do is you need to set up every single royalty program and have them just listed ready to go, because you're leaving a lot of money on the table, especially if you use the same one a lot. Like how Wiener, you use Spirit.
Right. Not as much anymore, but I use Spirit.
But yeah, but if you have it, if you get to their silver status, you get around an extra, anywhere per flight, per round trip flight, an extra $200 in perks, especially with Spirit, because you get free bags, free check bags.
I do have their
credit card.
I am part of the Spirit and the credit card, and I use the crap
on
out
the
of
bottom
it.
with the
But
cargo.
it doesn't.
That's what I can afford.
It's not as what's the word I'm looking for? It's not as lucrative as it sounds.
Well, when you get to the silver status and when you get to gold, it's worth it, because you get to have the priority seating, you get to have the comfier seating for free, you get the extra bags, particularly the extra bags, for free. So
I am just looks like 16 status qualifying points to read. I'm not silver status yet,
which is odd, but so I decided to fix. The point is, I tried to fix my points because somehow my Spirit rewards points went from my date of birth to my wife's. Weird. So
I have 34,000 points, 35,695, but that's still not.
Oh, then
It's only
you need to what you need to do is you need to cash them in. You need to start cashing in your
to
points.
count towards SQP points?
Exactly, because every like
It
150.
shows 354. Okay, so
Yeah, I think it's like every 15 point, like every 15 that you spend goes to So this is like travels in Airsoft, right?
status qualifying points. So my points is 34,000, but I only have 354 status qualifying
because you need
points.
to spend money or spend those points on tickets to get the SQ to get those SQs or whatever.
Gotcha.
So even if you do it on like seat upgrades and stuff like that, use the points for that. You can also earn things. And I was on the phone with Spirit for 6 hours because I was that tenacious. I had a long drive ahead of me, and I was just like, I'm getting my status. In fact, when they booked my flight incorrectly, and they charged me $266 to fix it. I got that credited, but it took 6 hours to do so. And I would have been longer than 6 hours, but as soon as you hit 6 hours, the system kicks you off saying the phone has exceeded the maximum amount of time. This call will be terminated. It's an automated voice, and it turns you off. So that was my adventures over the weekend. And there's a lot of other stuff I can't talk about, but I will once contracts are fully executed and signed. I'll have some more stories about what happened over the weekend, because there's a lot of funny things that went down. So anyways, we have some travels coming up, don't we?
Yes, we do. We're talking about
3 weeks
right off the bat. Iron Fury, Iron Knife. Iron Knife.
Yep.
We're going to Iron Knife. Yep. And I just tried to send him over. I am which is wild, but I'm the Walmart greeter. But I just got the new not roster, but the new
battalion
command layout.
Command Sergeant Major.
Yeah. Brigade command.
Okay, it started with a B.
Brigade. Yep. Yep.
Everybody trying to go
commander,
to talk to the higher ups. You got to go through him.
That's right. You got to go through me.
If you ask nicely, he has candy in his pockets.
Yes, that's a good possibility. I also might have little stickers and a Geiger counter too, just because of that AO.
I found this on the field.
Who wants some shrimp scampi?
Or
Dude,
anybody need any?
Waiter, you should totally have
too bad
like
they're
a,
not
li- a
honeybees.
little
Oh,
grill
I will.
going. And
got-
have a
yep.
little grill going with like shrimp on it. Want some shrimp? We caught them out in the pond.
We got them in the creek out back.
Yeah, because I have one in my shopping cart, and I got to pick it up now, of course. But I do have it's a little mini handheld Geiger count, not mini, but it's a little Geiger counter that is freaking awesome, and it's actually worth ordering now. Where's that? There it is, right there. It almost looks like one of the Baofang radios, but it's
I think all the games at GTI are going to turn into Fallout-based gameplay.
yeah.
Unintentionally.
Yeah, I was about to say unintentionally, not on purpose. We need to find default fast.
Ooh, that's
is Western all turning into ghouls?
okay. I just purchased it. Place your order.
You know
What?
everybody's gonna.
Oh damn, that
What?
sucks. They're charging me $9.99 for shipping. Fuck that.
Yeah,
I'm not
you
buying
can afford it. Just buy it.
it. Oh,
It's
no.
worth the gag.
I'm gonna find that $29.99 for a Geiger counter. It's actually
probably good to have around.
Yeah, cancel. There we go. I'll find another one.
She's gonna find one with free shipping.
I don't even spend $30 on a one that barely works anyway. I might as well spend. That's free shipping. I have Amazon. That's what sucks.
I found one for 40.
You found one for 40?
It's the same thing.
I found one for $94.
Y'all are funny. I don't want to spend $10 on free shipping, but I'm going to spend $90 for my free shipping.
No, I'm not spending $90 on that. So.
I'm dedicated to a gag gift, or like just a gag for a joke, but damn.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm highly dedicated to that. My buddy once said in a whim on a live stream, he goes, I said, I'm going to leave, check y'all later. He goes, he goes, Mark, why don't you just go to the store and get me, since you're going out and going to the store, why don't you get me some Twizzlers and some Amazon iced tea, some iced tea. And I was like, bet. I had his address. I sent him 2 pounds of Twizzlers and a case of Amazon green tea in the can. And he goes, God damn. So the next time he said something, I sent him 5 pounds because he goes, this showed up and my wife got pissed. She thought I was breaking my diet and everything else. And that I ordered 2 pounds. And she goes, hell no, it's that crazy ass white boy. Next time he said something, I sent his ass 5 pounds.
Ooh, this one will detect ghosts too.
An RF reader. And then, because he said, you got to stop sending me this, man, my blood sugar's going through the roof, I sent him one of the Twizzler Pops. I'm committed to the bit, man.
Oh, so it's a 3-in-1 EMF meter, EMF reader, electromagnetic field radiation, a radiation detector, EMF tester for home EMF. That's cool.
He's like
squirrel.
Well, you're either possessed or you're irradiated.
It's $12.98 and it's no charge for shipping. I just found the cheaper one.
I got this really cool Geiger counter. It's an app on my phone.
Let's see if it shrivels up.
all right, put your phone down, sir.
Hold on, I gotta buy it. Hang on, I gotta click buy. It'll be here tomorrow too, as a matter of fact. We'll have it for the next stream. Place your order. There we go. Woo! Okay, ordered. My Geiger counter's coming in.
All right. So we have Iron Knife coming up. And we're going Thursday night, right? This is when we're leaving, so we're there with plenty of time for Friday.
Say again? Sorry.
Wow.
I was reading the comments over on the side here. And
Joey
you said something about leaving. Yeah.
I
Joey
said we're planning on leaving Thursday to head up there, right?
Thursday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't go up Thursday day. I got to work Thursday day. Boss only give me one day off Friday. So we can leave late Thursday night. Yep. Brood events you got planned in Florida coming up. Joey, right now there is nothing planned with New Breed, but stuff is coming up. We have something planned with New Breed?
Oh, not with New Breed.
Yeah, see? In Florida.
The next planned thing is November.
Next planned thing is for Wasteland. I'm sorry. Wasteland, the Fallout event. Sorry, Joey. Yep. Nick's paying attention? Yeah.
Nick, yes, you've been paying attention, Nick. We do. Oh, that was the other funny thing. I'll talk about that in a minute. But yes, we're waiting for contracts to be signed. Let's just put it that way. Site tour went great.
I like your new stance on when you talk, and it's no longer I, it's we.
I've been
noticed that.
saying we for a long time.
I know, but there was no I's tonight so far. I can't.
What
I
about
said
you?
about all the
What's up,
driving I've been
FTX?
doing.
Um,
Well, we was a lot with Ange too.
There you go.
So,
FTX
that's
Tactical.
what
Hey guys, how's it going?
that's
What's up,
progress,
Steven?
Filter. That's a good job. I
Steve.
see Better Help Online has been working. That YouTube ad. Sponsor us.
so I'll get to this before we go into the other stuff. Like for Florida, we have Wasteland coming up, and we're going to talk about something else that happened that came through that ticked me off to yesterday, actually.
Yeah, we touched on it briefly on our show.
Yeah. So while I'm a networker by nature, so if I can network with people, I will, and it's just something that comes very natural to me. I'm sitting in a restaurant because I'm on a 7-hour layover. Fuck you, Spirit. 7-hour layover.
What is fine? Nice Spirit if you want your points.
Fuck you, 6 hours, dude.
Sounds like somebody's a little upset
for
here.
them to fix their fuck up. Let's be clear.
Somebody's a little bitter.
A little? Anyways,
saying.
I'm sitting there and I'm cutting video and talking to my contractor about this site, and we're going back and forth, and I'm just going, and a family comes in and sits across the table from me, and the little girl starts going up.
This is good.
And the lady goes, she goes, "Oh my God, she's so tiring." The other couple that's sitting with them, they go, "It only gets worse from here," because I saw them pull out the baby out of the carriage, and I was like,
"Oh God!"
And I'm sitting there shaking my head, laughing. The guy looks at me. He goes, "Right?" I was like, "I've been through that 4 times. Now I'm a grandfather, so now what I do is I just give him sugar and soda, shake him up, and hand him back to the parents." Great laughs and everything else. And then here I go back to, for those of you that are wondering, on my Facebook, that long ass Facebook post about what happened over the weekend. I'm sitting there typing away. The guy goes, "It's Labor Day. You're working?" I was like, "Always, but I'm on a work trip right now. I'm just finishing up." He goes, "Oh, what do you do?" I said, "I do Airsoft events. We just scouted out a site that's in blank city and blank state." He goes, "Really?" He goes, "Like Airsoft?" I was like, "Yeah, it's paintball with plastic BBs." "Oh, cool." He goes, "You're looking for sites?" And I was like, "We're always looking for sites." And he goes, "Funny, because we have about 150 factories worldwide." And I was like, "Ooh, factories. If you have anything that's like over 500,000 square feet or more, or 1,000,000 square feet, we would love to be able to rent it for a weekend if it's empty." He goes, "That's funny. I was just in town to do an inspection for a site. I'm in Myrtle Beach right now, by the way." I was like, "Oh, really?" So I was like, "Are you interested in? Would you guys be interested in doing this? Because it's like, anywhere between, depending on the site, $7,000 to $10,000 for a weekend. Like we usually do a site visit, mark off everything on Thursday. Friday, people show up. Saturday, Sunday, we usually do things, and then the game usually ends. The patrons are off, and then by like 2-3 o'clock, if there's no cleanup required, that's even better. But if we have to do cleanup, whatever, we clean up. We gotta leave no trace." And he's like, "Oh, cool." And I was like, "We're fully insured, and it's not just me. I was like, I'll be, because I'm in a certain region up north. Other companies are like further south." He's like, "How south do you go?" He goes, "We're in Florida. We got a factory in Florida too that's vacant." I was like, Really? Let's talk." So he gave me his card. I texted him and said, "Hey, this is Mark." I was sitting right in front of him. We talked for a little bit. So we might have locations all over
the southeast, or maybe even part of the northeast.
Northeast,
just
southeast, Midwest.
Yep.
Factory sounds like a really cool setting.
Future Wars 2
event.
He said,
North versus South.
He goes like this. He goes, "Yeah, we have one site that's like, he goes, it's well over 1,000,000 square feet." He goes, "There's like 8 buildings. They're all vacant, with all the equipment." Because I was telling him about like, Carlisle and Elkin. And I was like, "Yeah, they stripped all the stuff out of there," which was, the first time we were there was great because all the machinery's there. We can move around. Second and third game, there was nothing. And people were exposed on certain levels. He goes, "Yeah, we got "Yeah, we got several." And I was like,
"You looking to make some extra cash on the weekends?"
I was like, "Please, sir." And he goes, "Well, how many events would you run?" I was like, "Well, with the way
As many as you will let us.
airsoft market goes, they might be like 2 or 3 or 4 in a year. And if it's a really good place, there might be 3. I know 3 or 4 different event companies that I could also put you in touch with as well.
Yes.
I want
Oh,
finder's fees, guys. I want finder's fees.
I got 50 cents.
Yeah, fuck you.
Hang on. I got something I can throw at that.
Factories are awesome. I almost broke my leg in another factory. That one cutout across the floor where the tracks used to be, and there was nothing there but just a hole. When I went across it, going after the guys on the other side.
You're talking about at the
Carlisle, I think it was. When it Carlisle, or was it?
Was it the
or
Southern
was it
Comfort?
Might have been Southern Comfort. That
The
was
one that looked like it was bombed out already.
Yeah, the backside
That was
of it.
that was
a Levi's
Southern
factory.
Comfort. That was
That was
the
Levi
factory.
factory.
Yeah.
Yep, that's where I almost took out your gunners with a tagging round accidentally. Almost took his head off. It went right by the front of his face.
I got hit in the chest at that game.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Right through the
you have it on
window.
video.
Oh,
Yep. He was driving the battle bug.
that one freaking hurted.
Yep. But yeah, so that's one of the ones I kind of forgot. So if this comes to fruition, be prepared, guys. Be prepared. We'll be working on it. I got a proposal thing to put together, give to them for the Florida one. Dude, holy shit! Completely forgot about that. Sorry about that.
So,
Damn.
that's what we do with you guys. I mean, we're looking at. I mean, the biggest problem that Florida has is that you really only have a peak season for airsoft down here when it's outside, which is going to be from late December to probably early April. Then really it gets almost too hot to play. That's when shit just goes south, weather turns, people become raging
Florida's
assholes.
taken over by like iguanas and alligators and
the tourists from up north.
Anacondas.
No, the tourists are typically going home at that point. But
hey, I'm one of the tourists from up north.
You're really not north. You're like
you're still in the south, dude. You're still in the south.
I live in Florida's attic.
You live in Florida's attic? Is that what you said?
Florida's attic. That's like the most adequate way to explain.
That's a good way to describe that. Yeah, exactly right.
Florida's attic. But so this is sort of stuff that a lot of times you just have to be on the lookout for. Is like you never know who you're gonna meet and where.
That's why you gotta treat everybody like they could be your next boss or something. When you're you're being a dick to somebody on a plane, that dude could be your next boss.
Yeah. So here's a pro tip when you guys are traveling. Yelling at the people behind the counter is only going to get you on a no-fly zone, no-fly list, right?
Yep.
Or they're just not going to do anything for you because they have all the power. You have zero. And there's been times where I learned it in the board game industry. I was traveling back home to Fort Lauderdale, and we all went to Indy's airport because it was a Sunday and the Gen Con's closed, and or no, it was Columbus. It was at Origins, and there was a guy that was pitching games to all the major publishers, and we were all sitting, and not really purposely sitting near each other. We're all like, hey, we're board game publishers, man. We're taking cheap flights. We're all in the same area of like the terminal for Spirit. And this guy is literally screaming at these people and just delegating them and everything else. And you just look, and everybody's looking. All of a sudden, it's like, you do the little head nod to the people you see, and we're all seeing this one board game publisher just berate and deal. It's like you get a different side of people when you see that, and nobody would sign his games at all. I mean, and finally, I was one of the ones that said something. He goes, "Why won't anybody sign my games?" And he said in a post, and I made a comment, and I go, "Because you're a dickhead." I was like, I don't ever want to deal with you. He goes, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "What? You didn't think it?" I was like, "We were in the airport when you did this, man. No thanks." Yeah, I mean, you'd definitely be nice to the hotel staff.
Oh yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
Same thing with a restaurant.
Hotel staff, it's anywhere. Anybody in the hospitality,
service staff, hospitality,
service staff, hospitality business. That you can't, I was born into the wrong family because my dad and my brother are the worst for that shit. They never ever. My dad was in the Air Force. He was okay. My brother's the worst because he's a full blown engineer. And until recently, he was a reserve deputy. He became a reserve deputy within like the last 10 years, I think is what it was. So he learned a lot because I'd been a volunteer firefighter for years, but he would always talked down because he was a full-blown engineer. He talked down to the staff, and I flat out refused to go anywhere with him to, we went as a group of family to dinner or whatever it was. Either one of them two.
That's how you get stuff in your food.
Well, correct.
Like
That's
hotel
correct. People
staff, like the two main people you never fuck with are hotel staff
and people who serve your food.
that are dealing with your food.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two, and then airline people, like anybody in the airline, are the third, because you'd be surprised at how much they fuck you up, because they could turn around and change your seat and put you in the worst seat possible.
Mm-hmm.
They know exactly who's coming on the flight. They have a pretty good idea of what they are, what their weight is, and they'll stick your big ass between two other big ass people in the middle seat. Don't fuck with the air. But front desk staff, all of a sudden your room's getting called like at 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning for no reason whatsoever. Somebody comes by, knocks on your door, you go there, there's nobody at your door. Yeah.
Or they send you to a room that's occupied by other people, other pain in the asses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or they put you right
Smurf?
next to the
Right,
noisy
Smurf?
people.
Right, Smurf?
Did Fight Club teach us nothing? So many people have not seen that movie, and it shows.
Oh yeah.
Holy crap.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's times, and Wiener's seen it, that if something is grossly screwed up, I will complain. But I'm not screaming up there. I'm like, fix it. Right?
Yep.
And especially if it's like a server bringing us food that's wrong or incorrect or whatever, we still tip. Unless we're being ignored by said server, then they get a lower tip. They still get tipped.
Yep.
You know?
I mean, if I'm ignored or treated like just absolute garbage, sorry.
You probably see it more than anybody else being in the job position you're in.
Oh, just people acting like assholes.
Deal with it. Yeah, it's just you're the reason there are videos on YouTube.
Some
him specifically,
just you. Yep.
Actually, no. The only YouTube video that I ever made, which is not even there anymore, was for me shooting a bull at the fair that was trying to trample people.
Oh, really?
Animal cruelty.
And yes,
yeah, I'm sure.
PETA contacted the PD.
And I'm not surprised. And PETA
lost
are
their
the
mind.
worst. PETA is the worst out there. PETA kills puppies.
Right.
Never surrender your dog to PETA, or it'll be dead before you leave. They leave the driveway.
You know, it's funny though. You used to say that, but PETA's not the problem really anymore when it comes to that.
No,
stuff.
they are. They
it's
have their kill buses.
They're still a problem.
It's the people standing in the middle of the road blocking traffic because they think they're doing good by protesting that way.
Yeah. Yeah. So we had it was PETA and there was a couple other groups that all got real upset and shit.
Greenpeace is another one.
No, it wasn't them.
I like the fact that big ships
we had
over them.
It was like maybe my first or second. I think it was my first year on the road by myself. I was working part-time at the fair.
Let you run by yourself?
Oh yeah, that happened pretty quick. Let me run with scissors too. I'm working security at the fair, and that all of us who are off are out there working. And we're walking toward the north gate, and me and my partner is with me, is one of the detectives. We were gonna all right, we're gonna go get something to eat, and we're standing next to the giant inflatable cow for Chick-fil-A. And this cute little girl comes up to both of us, and it's later on in the evening. Like a lot of the food places are starting to shut down, so we're kind of in a hurry. And she comes up and goes, "Excuse me, sir, there's a bull running loose." Well, I'm looking at the inflatable cow, whatever, kid, get the hell out of here. Shoot. Yeah, you're funny. Go on, get. He's a little young teenager. She's like, "No, seriously, there's a bull running loose." And she points, and about the time I look through the crowd, and there's this giant black Angus bull barreling through the crowd, and people are parting ways, and it's tearing through this giant Native American teepee that's set up as an exhibit. Chaos. And I'm like, oh, there's a bull running loose.
There's a real bull running loose.
And I look at my partner. It's like, hey, tell everybody there's a bull running loose. And I take off chasing a bull. Long story short, there was a couple
there was suddenly a whole lot of barbecue available.
Later on, so we found out the bulls. It was a show bull. His name was Satan. Just saying. Should have got me a little bit of internet cred, but no.
I killed Satan.
I didn't kill him. I shot the hell out of him. They killed him later because they couldn't show him anymore. But he had at some point, like a couple of people and me had like jumped on him, and all the people that jumped on him to try to like hold him down until we could get him tied off went, "Oh, there's a cop here. I'll let go."
You got this, officer. Have a nice day.
Yeah. So they let go. The bull starts spinning. I'm still attached to the bull. I'm spinning around. He finally stops. Somebody ties it off. This random dude comes running up like, "Give me your gun. Kill it. Kill it. Please, God, kill it." And I'm like, what's going on? He's like,
it's Satan.
So apparently, I'm not a vet. I'm just going off of what this guy told us later after we interviewed him. He was the trainer for it. Apparently, there's some type of sedative you can give cattle that a certain amount of it becomes a stimulant. They gave it somebody screwed up. They gave it too much. It was overdosing and it was acting as a stimulant. The reason they were trying to sedate the bull is because there was a bunch of cows in heat. So not only was there a giant black Angus bull named Satan that was really mad, he was really horny too. And then he broke loose and started terrorizing the crowd.
And he's like, "Ride me, big boy."
Like he wanted to do a little bit more than riding.
Oh.
We ended up getting it cornered, and this poor dude, like, it's like the dad at the fair or the theme park or whatever. He's carrying all the family's crap. Everybody in this chat has been that dad. Like most of the people in the chat, like us three have been that dad. Like this guy walks around the corner with like 2 tubs of popcorn. He's trying to hold like 2 drinks, and he's just like, "I'm gonna carry all this crap because my damn kids don't want to carry it, whatever." So he's trying to get to a car. He rounds the corner 20 feet away from the bull. The bull goes from looking at me to looking at him. And he looks at the bull and it's like, "Oh shit."
That stuff is now all over the place.
Oh yeah. The bull went to charge him. He throws everything in the air. I proceed to shoot the bull a lot in the face. Did pretty good. I'm just gonna say it's good average for
My
law
grouping
enforcement.
was pretty awesome. You could see the star formed on his
Oh,
forehead.
it was. I've still got one of the bullets. It went all the way from like the tip of the nose down under the eye, down the side of the head. It made him stagger. It was a 40 cal. It didn't do much. It was just enough like, "Ow, ow, 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 stop." The guy was able to jump on the car. The bull runs through. Some more people run up, and we got a rope on him at this point. And it's me, this random cowboy from the group. I mean, from the crowd. Like cowboy boots, cowboy hat, cowboy when you look at him, right? Me, him, he's first. I'm behind him. We're holding the rope. And the detective partner of mine grabs the other side of the rope. We're holding the bull down, waiting for people to help get a hold of it. And we're fighting this thing. This is the part that's on the YouTube video, which I cannot find anymore. Probably because it was on a flip phone. It was like 20 years ago. The guy fighting the bull with me looks over his shoulder and goes, "Justin?" And I'm like, "Lee?" It was one of my school friends I hadn't seen in like 15 years. It's random, just right place, right time. So anyway, that's my YouTube story. Carry on.
I'm looking for the YouTube right now.
I've been looking. I
think
find it.
everybody is looking for this video right about now.
If you could find it, share it in the chat. I've been looking for years. I don't know what happened to it. It was so grainy. You see like three, maybe 4 of us on this rope. The first guy's the cowboy. I'm right behind him, and then there's like 1 or 2 other cops. And like we're anchored down in the middle, and the bull is just spinning around, spinning around us.
Did you have hair then?
Oh, absolutely.
8 years ago?
No, that was more than 8 years ago. That was,
I think somebody.
It would have been 20 or 2006, 2007.
I'm gonna have to find. I'm gonna have to do a deep dive of 5.
If you could find it, please. I've been looking for years.
That's not a bull. That's a fucking dog.
Definitely not a dog.
Nope. But it was great. It was grainy. As soon as you said grainy, I knew it was grainy.
So,
yeah.
anyways,
Anyway,
the
carry
last
on.
topic we're going to talk about tonight, which I guess you guys talked about in your podcast earlier today. Um,
I don't
uh,
know what you're talking about.
the yes, I've seen the announcement. Thanks to Wiener,
You're
that
welcome.
Stryker is ending its event business. Um, and somebody sent me a message saying, "Are you happy now?" So I want to address and whether or not I'm happy about this.
Wow.
And when it comes down to the event side, I will honestly say, while it sucks that we lose any businesses in Airsoft,
Yes.
I am not sad to see this company go. Um, I think a lot of bad decisions were made by this company that actually impacted and harmed the airsoft community here in Florida, and possibly has bad actions that have carried on to other states, and other events. So, am I taking gleeful joy in it? No. Um, Somebody suggested that they take the Stryker logo and put the Spirit Halloween logo on it. That might be a little bit in bad taste.
Oh,
No, no.
I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing.
um,
Well, I did real good, but you hit me deep with that one.
Yeah.
um, I say this is like, unfortunately, I also called it when that whole fiasco that happened. Now, the reason why I've been so anti-Striker, look, they could have bad events. Everybody has bad events. I've had a
It
bad event.
it
Wiener's had a
happens.
bad event. It happens, right?
I've not had a bad event. All mine been good.
You sent me an attachment, Justin.
I had AI help me. So
God damn, that was fast.
it's a picture.
It's a picture. It'll
It's
be
not
up
the
in a second.
video, but you can share that with everybody. Just so artistic representation of what it. Granted, it's like the modern me. Not
Oh
the
yeah,
old me.
that one. I saw that picture before.
Well, they haven't. Just
Oh, you want to share the screen?
Yeah. You share it, chat.
So this was at a fair, the bull?
Yep.
Okay.
Look
Focus,
just like that.
Wiener. Focus. Focus,
Focus?
Wiener. Focus.
It's at the Georgia National Fair in Perry.
There we go.
You see
So
Grim down.
I've
in the
seen that.
corner.
I've seen that picture before already.
yeah.
In fact, you've already posted that. Yeah, because people have already liked it.
So I get people might think that we're taking joy in this and all that, but unfortunately, sometimes you see this stuff coming, and I still am really pissed off about what happened to Veterans for Airsoft. To make it clear, not yet, Brad. To make it clear, I'm just going to say that when you control an AO that you're supposedly setting up events at, and you don't actually have a contract with the owners of the place, but you're forced, you have a verbal contract only, but not written contract. You force other people to get written contracts, and you take money from people to hold deposits down to have a thing when you don't have it, knowing that the county is going to require permits and that there's going to be a lot going on for those special permits. And you do it to a charity company, regardless of what you think of the charity company. Yeah, fuck, you might be a piece of shit. I'm just saying. So I'm not taking joy in it, but there's also a reason why I'm not sad, and I think this is definitely a progression of what was going to happen regardless. So, if anybody is looking to create an event company, learn from other people's mistakes. Right? It's not as easy as just getting a bunch of people together, going out there, coming up with a rule set. There's a lot that goes into planning and running an event to make sure that things are running smooth and everything else, so you don't ruin it for everybody else. So, what are your thoughts there about this whole closing down the event side?
Me or him?
Either one of you can take it up.
I'm
You
looking
go
for the
first,
Georgia-
Wiener. I think
I
I
go
hit it.
first?
Wiener's distracted.
I'm looking for the bull thing.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can stop
All right,
looking.
So
You got 10 minutes. Get off your fucking computer screen.
Like I said earlier, we hate to see any company, any producer fall down, because that's less events in this kind of the area that
Yep.
we're working out of here. And hopefully that's something that we can kind of push and fill in the gap so the players are getting what they want, and that's more events. So we hate to see again anybody fail or falter or move on or whatever, but as their post said, they're moving on to bigger and better things. So good on them and good luck.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not gonna. Like I said, it's sad to see anybody shut their doors like that, and I'll be politically correct.
The Spirit Halloween thing though,
yeah.
like you like that, I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
I wasn't,
Yeah, wasn't ready for that, or the you could see it with the not the Spirit Halloween, but the Cracker Barrel logo. Yeah, it's I don't know, it's one less competitor I have to worry about. I guess that's
Well,
one
I
of the
mean,
things.
in this
And
sport, we do have competitors.
we
But
have a
at
lot
the
of
same
competitors,
time,
and
most of the regional stuff
makes it easier for
is
scheduling now.
intertwined. Yeah,
yeah, like everybody kind
Until
of works
somebody else,
together to
yeah,
coordinate.
majority of people actually communicate with everybody and talk and things like that. But it's I know what it costs to lose the company. I did lose my first airsoft company to things that were beyond my control. We had to shut it down because it became a losing proposition. But New Breed, we have, because I'm not looking to become rich off of it, I guess is the best way to put it. So, I love my fan base. I love our player base. New Breed's player base is awesome. Every last one of them. So when something like that, it only makes it easier for event company out there that's kind of establishing himself or trying to establish himself to build their player base, and the events can only get better from here.
yeah.
But like I said, it's sad for anybody to lose anything from that. I mean, granted, they have that company had a good a decent player base for that fact.
Well, and let's talk about some elephants in the room when it comes down to it, right? And we're not doing this to like harp on them. It's just about
or bash anybody, correct?
This is about if you're planning on running an event company. It doesn't matter how big or how small you are, you should be looking to see what's going on. Especially if you're a new guy coming in, probably, or that you've only been around for a year or two, maybe 3. One of the things you probably don't want to do is plan your events at the same time as another major event a state or 2 away, because it's going to pull away from your event, right?
Yeah, anything inside of a tri-state area, I would try to create that separation there,
And on top of that, don't plan your event against a major fan favorite event that a lot of I don't want to make it sound like influential people, but you have inside of each state, you have some people that definitely bring a crowd and do more because of who they're attached to and what they bring. So like, don't put your game up against Wasteland in the same area on the same day, right? Because you're just going to infuriate certain people there. Stupidly going up against TCA when you're like 500 miles, like 400 miles away, might not sound like a lot, but it is. There's a lot of people that might not travel or whatever. There's a lot of stuff like that. And for God's sakes, the smartest thing I can say as an event host is don't run shit from June through November or even December in Florida and Georgia. It's hot as fuck.
Unless you got a good indoor AC airsoft arena.
Well, what you're asking for is you're asking for health issues. You're asking for heat cats. You're like begging, like, give me all the heat cats. I love them. Because airsofters are idiots and they will not hydrate enough. And they won't properly hydrate either by drinking electrolytes.
Wiener, I think we need to make that a scoring dynamic for the next game for heat cas. It's like penalties.
Yeah.
Oh, penalty. If you heat cas, you get you get docked 10,000 points.
Oh, you want to talk about some people drinking water?
Yep.
But it's not just water. I mean, you
no,
need
it's water.
to balance out.
Hydrate. You have to hydrate with it, whether it be electrolytes and water, mix them together, things like that. But you have to hydrate weeks before you even go to events like this.
And it's a must.
Brad, I stopped myself from saying your mama's hydration.
Oh my gosh. Yep. He did. I tell you what, he did do good at no heat cas at Stronghold that was down in South Florida. They did good, but they also had water everywhere. Water was available everywhere.
I mean, it's in a swamp.
Yep, it's in a swamp. Not that kind of water. Drinkable water.
I mean, you can drink it.
You drink it? Oh yeah. Just don't plan on staying.
Hey,
out of the
plan to
bathroom.
lose a few pounds after. if you catch my
don't plan on
drift.
staying out of the bathroom the next 2 weeks.
If you want to sound like an A10 Warhol on top of the toilet.
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
Oh,
it's on fire.
oh, now we know how Wiener and Joker's lost all the weight.
No, it's actually, yeah,
We got some Everglades water.
Mine's been exercise and not diet, but meal
Worms.
plan. Meal plan. So not a diet, but it's a meal plan. So
But
no
worms?
No worms. Get out of here.
So
with the worms.
I personally went up. I've lost a total of I hit the 30 pounds off, and then I gained 6 back on a trip.
That's still good. That's still good.
But I mean, and that was only due to one thing and one thing only: soda. Because when you're traveling and doing all that, you can't do. I didn't have a cup to bring with me because I don't bring a cup because of TCA and all that. Not TCA. What the fuck?
Oh, you're going to the Iron Gladiator.
He just saw it. He just saw it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yep.
Did we lose Mid Orange? No.
Nope.
I just moved the bus because I have some stuff.
You're going to Iron Knife or Iron Gladius, baby.
You're going to Iron Knife now?
Not Knife. I am not able to do that, but I am going to Gladius.
Nice.
That's legit.
And you heard how many vehicles were? Like you heard about the vehicles, right?
I heard there's a shit ton.
Yeah.
Well, they need it.
I did have another conversation with Sal. TSA. That's right. Thank you, Pierce. I was like, what the fuck's the other acronym? I am still tired. I didn't sleep for shit.
Look, Wiener, Pierce did a thing.
I know.
You know what he did? He
gives
probably was spelling it wrong, but he got it right.
That's true. Yeah.
Thanks, Pierce. I will say I'm hoping that we can make the announcement soon. We're not going to make the official announcement, but I think something's going to break in the next 2 weeks. I think other people are going to release
people who are upset.
Yeah. Some people are going to be mad and they're going to post something and it's going to get out and all of a sudden my phone's going to blow up. I was like, well, it broke. That's why I had the vague post of.
Surprising out of the phone. Spirit.
That's 2 streams in a row about you being on the phone with Spirit still.
Yeah, they did it on our stream.
Oh, dude, did you see that it was at like I got the fucking I was like I was a tenacious asshole. The funny thing was I was watching Walking Dead on my laptop, so I didn't care. I kept this woman going, and I told the guy, like, yeah, there's, by the way, if you ever need a number for Spirit, 6 hours and 3 seconds.
He took a shot of it, yeah.
And that was when during the time when I was talking to the manager that didn't exist. I told this lady, I was like, I need to speak with your supervisor. And she goes, I don't have a supervisor. I was like, you're lying through your teeth. I've set up call centers like yours. I've run call centers like yours. You're either tier 1 or tier 3, whatever's the lowest rank in your call center right now. You have a team leader that you probably should have transferred me to 45 minutes ago. And she goes, oh, you think you know this? You think you know this? Then at like 4 hours and 2 minutes, I noticed she's been quiet a while because I wasn't saying anything and she wasn't. And I was like, 4 hours and 2 minutes. Interesting. So I kept quiet. And at 4 hours and 10 minutes, I said, 8 minutes on mute. That's impressive. I'm sure that goes against your policies because she kept saying, I can't change anything because of policies. And I was like, but you're breaking policies to suit your end. And at one point in time, I told her, I was like, she had me try to explain why there was an error with the Spirit and why that I shouldn't be charged $266. I said, because Thursday, I went to fix it. It was still broken. They made me create a new account. When I created the new account and I submitted for my tickets that were supposed to be for Labor Day, September 1st, your system put it to the first available date, which was August 30th, changing my flight dates. And she goes, I don't understand. And I was like,
Yordi.
I was like, that's because you're not fucking paying attention. She goes, I am fucking paying attention. I was like, ooh, impressive. You curse back. Also against policy, but good on you for like clapping back. Still, give me your fucking supervisor. I said, give me your supervisor. And she couldn't disconnect the call. And I called her on it. And finally, like after another, like, It was at 5 hours and 15 minutes is when I got the supervisor on the phone. And I go, Duncan, you're a supervisor? He goes, I am a supervisor. I was like, understand, Spirit's office is literally 5 miles away from my house. Their corporate office. I will go there and I'm going to report your ass if you're not a supervisor. He goes, I assure you I am. I was like, well, that previous lady said you didn't exist. What do you mean? She doesn't have a supervisor. And at the end of the call, he goes, well, you set these up before? I was like, yeah, man. I was like, I know all about the aux time. I know about DNC time. I know that you're not supposed to have more than 2 minutes without talking to somebody, that you have to come off mute or come off hold, because if they if they audit your call and you don't do that, you get dinged for it. I also know you get dinged if the call is over 30 minutes long in most cases when it comes to support issues like this. So for her holding on for an hour and 20 minutes without releasing the call, she got dinged multiple times, didn't she? He's laughing. He goes, yeah, she's in trouble. I was like, yeah, wait till you listen to the call, because it's hilarious how many times they said, I'm calling you on your BS. You have a manager I need to speak to. The funny thing was, I had her earlier in the call, and she transferred me. When I said transfer me to a supervisor, she transferred me to customer service supervisor, who actually took off the charges, and they transferred me back to loyalty to fix the loyalty. I was like, yeah. And let me guess. I was like, you see a big ticker up there, right? That has the number of calls in queue currently, what the hold time is, and how much the average call is, and that number's flashing now because my call time for 5.5 hours is now throwing off your entire thing. The dude's rolling. He's crying. He goes, all right, maybe you have worked in here before. I was like, I know exactly what it is. And let me guess, she can't disconnect the call because I didn't curse, I didn't yell, I didn't call her names. And I was just being incredibly passive. He goes, and I was just being firm. He goes, yep. And I was like, we're going to hit the 6-minute mark here. And we're both laughing. And then that's when I got hit with the 6 minutes. And it goes, the call
6
has
hours.
exceeded the maximum amount. 6 hours.
You said
max amount of time that this phone call has exceeded the max amount of time. It will be terminated. Goodbye. Click. I was like, snap real quick.
Oh my gosh. Good gut. Well, it's 9:03, sir.
I know. We got to go. I was like, it's not just patience, it's tenacity, right? But at the same time, I have my phone. I can just play video games on my phone while I'm saying the same thing over and over again, and I don't get this. It's like, it wasn't affecting me because I had nothing better to do. I was also driving for 2 hours, so a third of the call I was on the road, so it was perfect. It was a time killer for me. All right. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I'm joking where players wanted. That right there is Justin. He'll give you some shiny new bracelets if you really piss him off. Beowulf S from Shadow Legion, and down below, it's not a part until he comes out. Wiener from New Breed Airsoft. Until next time, may your BBs fly true and your opponents always call your hits. Good night.
Squirrel!